Every minute spent in planning saves 10 minutes in execution. You can tell everything about a person's future by looking at how they structure a single day, not their goals, not their dreams, not their intentions, their daily structure. Because the day is the unit of life. If you waste one, you'll waste a week. Waste a week, you'll waste a month. Waste a month, you'll waste a year. And before you know it, you've lived on autopilot, wondering why nothing changed. Let me ask you a hard question. What did you do yesterday? Really think about it. Not the list you scribbled down in the morning. What did you actually do? Did you start with clarity? Did you own your morning? Did you touch your most important goal before distractions took over? Or did you wake up late? Check your phone, scroll for 20 minutes, respond to everyone else's agenda, and call it a busy day. We don't rise to the level of our ambition, we fall to the level of our structure. If you want to change your life, change your day. And if you want to change your day, you must learn to structure it like a professional, not like an amateur, hoping things just fall into place. Hope is not a plan. Hustle is not a strategy. You can work 12 hours and still fall behind. You can attend every meeting, answer every email, and still fail to make real progress unless your day is built with purpose. And I'll tell you something most people don't want to hear. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters. And that begins with a structured day. The most successful people on the planet have a system for their time. They guard it, they invest it, they design it. Why? Because they understand that how you spend your time is how you spend your life. And every day is either building your dreams or burning them. If you're tired of being behind, of feeling overwhelmed, of spinning your wheels, I want you to imagine something. Imagine waking up tomorrow with a plan so clear, it feels like you're being pulled forward. No stress, no chaos, just structured flow. You know exactly what matters. You know exactly when to do it. You start your day with confidence, move through it with momentum, and end it with peace, because you didn't just survive the day, you used it. That's what a structured day gives you. Clarity, power, focus, control. And it doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design. So let's design your day the way professionals do, the way winners do, because the difference between high performers and average people isn't luck or IQ or talent. It's structure. The quiet discipline repeated daily that compound into results. Most people can't even imagine. You don't need to wait until next month to get your life together. You don't need more apps. You don't need a new year. You need three things, three core principles that will change how you show up, how you execute, and how you feel at the end of every day. And the first one is simple but radical. Own your morning before the world owns you. The way you begin your day sets the emotional tone for the entire day. If you start in chaos, you chase the chaos. If you start in clarity, you create clarity. The worst thing you can do is wake up and immediately react to your phone, to emails, to other people's noise. That's not a morning that's surrendered. You've given up control before you've even left bed. Instead, start your day proactively. Before the notifications, before the demands, before the world knocks on your door, give yourself the first 30, 60 minutes. This is sacred time. Time to think, to plan, to align, to prime your mind for the kind of day you want, not the kind of day that happens to you. Even 5 minutes of focused intention in the morning is more valuable than 5 hours of scattered activity later. The most successful people in every field, CEOs, athletes, artists, they have a morning routine. And it's not about productivity hacks. It's about ownership. It's about saying, before I serve the world, I serve my mind, I center my focus, I set my direction, and you don't need to make it complicated. A few quiet minutes, a written plan, a single question. What would make today a win? Ask that before the noise begins. That's structure. That's power. Then, once your direction is clear, the second principle comes into play. Attack your number one priority immediately. No delay. No warm-up. No procrastination dressed up as preparation. You know what it is? The task that matters, the goal that scares you, the email that changes everything, the move that creates leverage. Start with that. Don't check social media. Don't tidy up your workspace for the 5th time. Don't get lost in your inbox trying to feel productive. Start with what counts. Start with what moves the needle, because how you begin the first hour often determines how the rest of your day flows. When you attack your top priority first, you build momentum, you build confidence, you train your brain to do hard things early, and the rest of the day becomes easier because you've already done what most people avoid. Let me be clear, this takes discipline. Your brain will resist it. It will look for something easier, faster, safer. But remember, comfort is the enemy of progress. If you want a different life, you must develop a different relationship with discomfort. You must rewire your thinking. I do the hard thing first because I'm the kind of person who gets it done. That identity shift alone will change everything, because winners don't wait for motivation, they act with clarity. And clarity begins with execution, not just intention. And here's the third principle of structuring your day. Design your energy, not just your schedule. Most people plan based on time, but time means nothing without energy. If you plan your highest work when you're exhausted, you lose. If you schedule back-to-back meetings with no white space, you burn out. If you say yes to everything, you say no to your goals. Smart people structure their day around energy rhythm. When are you most alert, most creative, most focused? That's when you do your most important work. Everything else gets scheduled around that. If you're sharpest in the morning, don't waste it in meetings. If you crash at 3 p.m., don't plan deep work, then match task to energy. That's how professionals win. And don't forget to plan for recovery. A walk, a pause, a breath. You are not a machine. You're not meant to grind nonstop. Short breaks restore attention. They reset your brain. They sharpen your execution. Don't feel guilty for stepping away. Feel strategic. This is how high performers stay sustainable. They don't wait until they're fried to rest. They plan for it. They create space, and space is where the best ideas are born. And here's something powerful. The more structured your day becomes, the more freedom you experience. People think discipline is limiting. It's the opposite. Discipline creates freedom, because when your day is clear, your mind is free. When your priorities are set, your heart is peaceful. When your execution is precise, your stress disappears. You don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. to have a great day. You just need to own your time, to protect your focus, to defend your energy, and to honor your goals with the kind of structure that makes achievement inevitable. Your future is hidden in your daily decision. That's the truth. If your day is reactive, scattered, passive, your future will reflect that. But if your day is intentional, focused, disciplined, your life will transform. And it starts now. Don't wait until life calms down. Don't wait until you feel ready. Because the truth is, life never calms down. You must command it. You must create clarity in the chaos. And that begins with how you structure each day. Structure is not something you squeeze in when you're inspired. It's what keeps you aligned when you're not. Most people try to fix their lives at the level of results. They try to fix burnout by taking a vacation. They try to fix financial stress by cutting lattes. They try to fix procrastination by setting more goals. But the root of all of it is this: they don't own their day. And so the day owns them. The urgent crowds out the important. The reactive buries the proactive. And the dream dies slowly behind a desk beneath a pile of tasks that didn't really matter. So what if you stopped living in reaction and started living by design? What if instead of reaching the end of each day, feeling behind, you reached it with the calm satisfaction of a life directed, not drifted? That's not fantasy, that's structure. And here's the key: structure must be simple. If it's too complex, you'll resist it. If it requires 17 tools and 90 steps, you'll drop it by Thursday. So don't overcomplicate it. You don't need to build a perfect day. You need to build a repeatable one. Start with the 3 anchors we've discussed. First, on your morning. That doesn't mean you need to become a monk. It means you protect the first part of your day as sacred. Think, plan, breathe, move, choose your focus. Even 10 minutes can create separation between the reactive and the relentless. Even one page of a book, one journaling prompt, one moment of gratitude, that's a pattern interrupt. And pattern interrupts change lives. Second, attack your number one goal. Do not negociate, do not delay. Build the discipline of touching the thing that matters most every single day, even for just 30 minutes, because momentum compounds. And confidence doesn't come from thinking. It comes from execution. And third, design your day around energy. Look at your calendar and ask, is this schedule sustainable? Is it intentional? Is it built around output or just obligation? Start defending your peak hours like gold, because they are, and build margin real white space so your mind can breathe. Clarity requires space. Insight requires silence. Structure includes recovery. Now, you might be asking, but Brian, what about days when everything goes sideways? That's real life. But here's the beauty of structure. It gives you a baseline, a framework, something to return to. You might fall off, but you don't spiral because you have a system to get back on track. Think of it like a GPS. If you make a wrong turn, it recalculates because it knows the destination. Your structure is your internal GPS. It guides you back to focus, back to purpose, back to momentum. Without structure, your days get hijacked by emotion. You chase urgency. You drown in notifications. You confuse movement for progress. But with structure, you step into the day already clear on what matters. You don't chase your lead. Let's be honest, we live in a world designed to distract you. Everything around you is engineered to pull your attention outward. But focus is an inner game, and the only way to win it is through discipline. Discipline is freedom. Not the kind that feels good in the moment, the kind that builds a life you're proud of, the kind that says, no, I won't scroll right now, I'm building something. The kind that says, yes, I'll make time for that priority because my future depends on it. That's not willpower, that's structure. And structure becomes identity. The more you live this way, the more your mind starts to expect clarity, you start waking up with purpose. You start associating action with reward. You stop fearing the calendar and start owning it. Because every win you've ever wanted, more peace, more money, a better health, deeper relationships. It all begins with how you manage 24 hours. So start small. Wake up a little earlier. Plan your day the night before. Define your one goal before the noise begins. Schedule your deep work around your energy. Protect your mornings. Take breaks. End the day by reviewing. Did I live intentionally? Did I do the work that matters? Did I protect my future today? That's it. That's how transformation begins. Not in a burst of motivation, in a structure that honors your priorities, your energy, and your purpose. You are not too late. You are not too busy. You are not stuck. You simply need a better system, one that puts you back in charge of your day. And the moment you commit to that, everything changes. Because structure isn't about being rigid, it's about being free to focus on what matters. Structure creates flow. Flow creates confidence. Confidence creates consistency. And consistency creates everything you want. So structure your day right. Protect your mornings. Prioritize your uno. Design your energy and watch how fast your life begins to transform. Not someday, today.